Hey, how are you? No, I mean, like, really, how are you? I'm in the same boat you are. I feel you with the whole coronation thing that we're all on right now. It's interesting. I don't think there's been anything that I can think of outside of 9/11 that, like, really hit everybody um, and, hit them, you know? Um, but I'm in the same boat. I'm in a self quarantine at home. Oh, well, I don't have, not really. My dad fell 6 weeks ago tomorrow. He lives with me. And he was in rehab. And before that, he was in the hospital and he was in ICU. And then this whole lockdown thing happened a few days ago, where you couldn't go into a nursing home, etc., any kind of skilled nursing facility because of this COVID-19. And I was refused entry, and my dad was already declining, and we were going to have him stay for another 2 weeks of physical therapy so that we could maybe at least get him standing up, so he would be easier to bring home. But it was we all determined that it was just better for Daddy to come home and be on hospice, and but even still, because of the quarantine and the nature of things. I don't have the assistance that I thought I would because they're making minimal visits. So I am getting a crash course in changing very serious adult diapers, which we weren't not to that point yet, but now we are. And I'm just doing my best to provide a dignified and caring environment for my dad on this last chapter that is soon going to be coming to an end. I don't know how soon, but for those of you who do know me and do know my father, he's actually in a pretty good place. He's not really sure about things. He couldn't remember who was president, which was really amazing. And he thought it was 1966 today, and he also thought he was 58 years old. So last night he called me into his room and was trying to get out of bed and was saying that there was this lady who was in the bed next to him and was very confused. So it's an interesting thing. I haven't gone through this since my mother passed away in 2005, and I took care of her the last 3 years of her life, but it was different than this. So we had more assistance, with caregivers and stuff. So, but it's a privilege. It's also a huge responsibility. It is definitely exhausting, but on a much different level than other kinds of exhaustion, if that makes sense. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base with everyone, and since we're not able to engage, and I don't know how long I'm going to be homebound, not just because of being home for 2 weeks, because the restaurant that I work at is closed along with everyone else, and I'll have no income like everyone else. At least I've got this 2 weeks with my dad before possibly going back to work, or who knows. Nonetheless, I'm grateful that he doesn't have the virus, and I'm grateful that I get to be with him, as hard as it is. And I just wanted to check in and say hi, and encourage people to connect at least through this platform that we're gifted, and use it to its advantage, to your advantage. Connect with people. I apologize for those of you who know me if I seem down. I'm not my usual uppity, excited energy. But, it's a tough time for a lot of people. I don't feel teary for myself. I feel teary for a lot of things, a lot of people. Anyway, I just want to wish everyone well. Stay healthy, but stay healthy energetically. That's the key. 'Cause these kinds of things happen, I think, so that the the universe or the earth or God or whoever, whatever, the quantum field that is love is telling us to wake up, or it's nudging us and saying, hey, take better care of yourselves. Take better care of your planet. And when you take care of yourself, it's not about just eating well, quitting smoking, and that includes weed. You should be eating your cannabis, people. Don't smoke it. It's not the best way to take it in. That's just me as a cannabis enthusiast now. And if it bothers anybody, I'm not going to apologize, but I'm sorry you feel that way, but I used to too. And then I got educated, and once I got educated, man, it changed my life. But nonetheless, taking care of yourself means learning how to let go. And I'm going through it. I speak for myself. As much as I don't, I might sound preachy or encouraging anyone else, but I have a nice backstory. Like, it's a good novella, more like a mini series that should really be on Netflix because it's a great story. But I'd have to expose too many people who would not be happy with me. But nonetheless, I don't need to call it my story anymore, but it's a story. And it is significant, not just in my world. Everybody's story is significant and can help others. And that being said, I have a lot of other things that I want to say. Don't know if anybody gives a shit, and that's okay. I'm not doing it for approval. Not really. Maybe a little. I mean, I am an actress. I'm really doing it because I just need to for myself. Full disclosure, I love the attention. I would love to be a movie star and just make really cool movies like The Matrix, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Legend, things like that. But this is where I'm at. And perhaps my path is not about being an actress, making movies and telling stories, other people's stories. Maybe it's just about me being me and telling a story that I have lived through that may be beneficial to others. I don't know. We'll see. But for those of you who know me, I just want to embrace you. This is the time. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. Love. Loving ourselves. We can learn how to create that environment where there's a healthy vibration. And in our energetic field, we've forgiven those that need to be forgiven, included ourselves. When we've found a way to love ourselves in the midst of all the chaos, to be kind when people don't deserve it, to be generous when people hurt you. Those kinds of things that are many a YouTube, many a preacher, many a book, many a workshop, many a guru have shared. There's some truth in it. Maybe it's time to look into that stuff. Do things that make you feel good, that don't hurt others, that help you to improve who you are and how you see the world. Love yourself at least enough to try. Because if we can change this inner environment, then we change our vibration, then we change the world. Not new information. I realize that. But just thought I'd share it anyway. Maybe to somebody it'll help. Maybe to someone it'll inspire. I don't know. Maybe to others will be like, oh my God, who does she think she is? She's trying to be blah, 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 blah. And if you are out there, hi, yes, I am. Aren't I precious? I really don't care. They say it's none of your business what other people think of you. I say it's none of your business what other people think of you unless it's really cool. Anyway, love you all. Be well.